I'm Kaylee.
Laverne, good
So
to meet
nice
you. You look
to
so
meet
cute.
you. Thank you. You look fantastic.
Thank you. I'm feeling very spring.
Oh my gosh. How
The
can
first
you
day of
not?
spring.
How can you not? This
I
weather
know.
is absolutely amazing.
I'm
just
loving it.
puts you in a good mood. That vitamin D, you can just feel it.
Yes,
I'm a big
feeling
fan.
the vitamin D.
So Laverne, Transform Me, VH1, the show. I'm gonna let you take the stage here. Tell us about it.
You want me to take the stage?
Take
Oh
the
my
stage.
God,
I'm
I
sure
don't
you
know
won't
what-
mind.
Can you handle it?
I'm sure you won't mind.
Transform Me is, we premiered this week, and it's on VH1 Monday nights at 10:30. And Transform Me is a makeover show where me and two other transgender women, Nina Poon and Jamie Clayton, travel all over the country transforming women using what we've learned transforming ourselves. And it's a makeover that happens from the inside out. And what I mean by that is that when I think we let ourselves go visually or get stuck in a rut aesthetically, there's psychological and emotional reasons why. So we try to get to the root of that on our show. So ultimately, who we are on the inside will match what the world sees on the outside.
All right. And the first show, Fort Lauderdale, right?
The
Or was
first-
that the second show?
The second show is Fort Lauderdale,
Okay.
which is coming up this Monday at 10:30 on VH1. And the first show was actually my hometown of Mobile, Alabama. I'm from Mobile originally.
I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Oh my God! Southern
Very
girls
close.
in the house. Yes. I have so much energy because of the vitamin D
I'm
and
about
the
to
spring
say,
thing.
girl, it is early, and you are bouncing off the wall.
Did I not say that Laverne was going to come on this show?
With some great energy, right?
Yes. I feel like, it's just,
I-
after this winter in New York, and I love my city, I love New York, but this has been a rough winter.
Tell me about it. I live in Washington. It's been even worse down there.
Oh my God, that's right. You're
So
blizzard.
this
Ooh.
is fantastic.
Yeah, so the weather's amazing. So yeah, we went to my hometown of Mobile, Alabama, the first episode, and we're getting great reviews, and I'm just super excited.
On cloud
about the
nine,
show.
obviously.
I'm on cloud nine. Yeah, I'll come down eventually.
No, don't. You can stay up there. It's okay. So give us a little preview of the episode in Fort Lauderdale. What's going to happen?
The episode in Fort Lauderdale is, her name's Christina, and Christina went through a really intense breakup. Her boyfriend broke up with her on Valentine's Day. Finding herself, I think, in relationship to her ex-partner.
Tell me about the interaction that you and your co-stars have with these biological women. I can only imagine that dialogue and sort of that opening of the perspectives from both sides is really something neat.
Well, the interesting thing about Nicole is that Nicole didn't, and a lot of people don't really know what transgender means. A lot of folks don't understand, and there's so many terms. We hear transgender, and we hear transsexual, and we have a bunch of other TR words that we don't really know what it all means. Generally, when you're transgender, it means that your biological, the sex you were assigned at birth, and your gender identity don't match. So just because you're born with a vagina doesn't necessarily mean you're going to identify as a girl. And basically, there's conflict there, and a lot of people get confused by all the terms. But basically, that's what it means. So we got a chance to educate a little bit on the first episode, and hopefully we'll get a chance to do that with the show in general, and relate our own experiences. I think when people think about transgender identity in terms of a makeover, it makes it a little bit more accessible. Because I think ultimately everyone's felt that the person they are on the inside sometimes isn't reflected on the outside, and that's really all that's going on with transgender folks,
Right.
you know?
And I think a lot of people need that help finding what's on the inside.
Yeah, and there's so many, what's interesting is there's so many roadblocks that we put there ourselves. We have so many perceptions. In our first episode, Nicole was like, I've been so, afraid to step out of the box and so afraid of what people are going to say to me. And growing up in Mobile, it's a small town, and people talk and people say stuff, and it's really hard to get over. And even in a big town like New York, we're concerned about what people are going to say about us instead of really living our own truth. And ultimately, it's really about following your inner compass. I believe that each and every one of us has something inside, has a voice, has something inside that tells us what the path is for us. And so often we don't listen to it. And so much of my own journey as a trans person has been about listening to that voice. And really on the show, every woman, we help them to listen to their voice. To listen, because they know. We all have a fierce, gorgeous, amazing creature inside of us. We just have to bring it out.
Figure out how to find it.
Absolutely.
How did the idea for the show come about? Was this something you guys pitched to VH1?
Yes.
Or
Yes. I was on a reality show called I Want to Work for Diddy a couple of years ago, and I guess I was kind of popular because the network called me in to talk about some potential show ideas. And I have a production company called Complete World Domination, and we have a bunch of amazing ideas and etc. So we brought this idea for the show into VH1. They loved it, and we shot the pilot about a year ago, and
just kept on going.
Yeah.
So how many episodes?
Laverne.
Yes.
We love your energy, but we need you to speak a little slower.
Okay.
So that everyone can keep up with
I'm
all
sorry.
your goings on.
See, whatever she has is like contagious,
Well,
and I'm like, I'm
so-
following along.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I have so
No,
much energy today.
It's great, and I already told the chat room that we've worked together, so you're used to me giving you
Yes.
some direction here. So I
Absolutely.
just wanted to jump in.
So they're not following me. I'm sorry, guys.
No one's complaining, but I'm just like
Directing,
taking it
and,
down.
yeah.
And I never usually have that much time when I do these live things. So I'm like,
It's great
Totally
having the
on it.
time. That's what everybody says. It's so funny. Every time people walk off the set, they're like, well, thank you. It was so nice to have that extra time. So, hey, it's the web.
and
We
you were
do that
so
all the time.
gorgeous. You look. Do you
You're
feel
so
good
sweet.
today? You
I
look
feel
gorgeous.
great. I
Yeah.
swear. It's the vitamin D. It's the sun that
Excellent.
is just
Gorgeous.
helping, just as it is with you.
I don't drink coffee, so it's really just. It's,
Seriously?
no.
Wow.
I'll probably crash after that. Yeah.
But that's later.
Yeah.
That's later. So tell me what else we can expect in this season. I mean, how many episodes have you shot? How many is VH1 asking for? And what do you see the show going?
There are 8 episodes, and we travel to 8 different cities, and there's lots of drama, and there's
course.
a little action adventure even. I wish I could tell you.
I hate those confidentiality agreements.
I wish I could tell you. There's a bit of action adventure, which I'm so excited about that episode. I'm really nervous too. I got to do something I'd never done before to help out one of our makeover subjects, and something we've never seen a transgender person doing on TV before. And the interesting thing is about this show is that there's never been a TV show with 3 transgender women starring.
Right.
Starring in it. So this is kind
Breaking
of
all sorts of barriers here.
yeah.
That's exciting.
It is. It is
Very
very
exciting.
exciting, and hopefully it'll be an opportunity because still a lot of people don't know a lot about transgender folks in this country and don't understand us. And a lot of times it's just about getting to know somebody as a human being.
Right.
You know, like, oh, she's cool. It's no big deal, whatever.
And that's all the education you need.
In a way.
Yes.
In a way, just get to know someone as a human being. It's all good.
Well, I think the show is going to be a big hit. So have you guys started building a following of sorts? I mean, are you getting good reaction from...
Absolutely. I'm getting so many messages on my website for people who want to be transformed already, and we've already shot
I was about
everything.
to say, how did you find the people that you transformed?
We have an amazing staff. Left Right Productions produced the show, and they sort of women submitted themselves. I'm not one of these people who likes to sort of do ambush makeovers. I think if you feel cute and you feel amazing, then fine. It's about how you feel about yourself. So each of these women submitted videos saying that they,
Needed it.
needed help. Yeah, and that's where we came in.
I mean, the first step to getting help is, acknowledging that you need it. So I would
The
think...
12-step makeover.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, great.
So Laverne,
Yes.
viewers want to know, where did you get that fabulous dress?
Do you
Yeah.
really want
And
to
I
know?
really
stand up
like
because
that
we wanna
dress.
See the, we want to see the
dress.
shoes.
I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
Cute
I'm feeling
dress.
very spring.
You should.
And I try to teach lessons with when I dress. I try to teach. My shoulders are a little bit wider than my hips, so I always am trying
Dress
to
for
balance.
the body.
I'm always trying to
I'm
balance
a big fan of that.
my hips with my shoulders. The dress is actually from. Are you ready?
We're ready.
Forever 21.
Shut up.
Yes.
Right now?
I got it a few months ago, so I don't know if they still have it. It's Forever 21, and so it's not about spending a lot of money, and that's another one of my messages. I've never spent tons of money. I never had tons of money.
You want to know a secret? Do you know where this is from?
Yes.
Target.
Yes! Forever 21 in Target, and it's so cute.
Barganistas, right here.
Yes, it's a recession.
It is.
We have to break it down. But it's really about dressing for your body. It's really, and on my website, is LaverneCox.com. That's my name. LaverneCox.com. The day after the episode premieres every Tuesday morning, I do a blog about some of the outfits I've worn in the show. To try to talk.
Because I'm sure people are asking.
Yes, and to talk about lessons that we can sort of learn about dressing our bodies.
Right.
If our shoulders are a bit wider than our hips, there's certain rules. If our hips are wider than our shoulders, if they're kind of all the same, there's different rules.
Absolutely. And what about the shoes?
The shoes
are
are
cute.
RSVP. I got them online. I have a challenging shoe size. I like to say that instead of saying I have big feet. I don't like this. You gotta love ourselves.
And that's what you're here to help us all do?
Absolutely.
So thank you so much.
Thanks
for coming down this morning and sharing your great energy with us.
Well, wait, we have some
we have
questions.
questions?
Are you kidding?
This is
Yes.
live.
Are you kidding? Of course we have questions.
Yes.
We have questions. Rick's got questions for you from the chat room.
So I'm going to throw this one out there. There are chat room questions, but my first question is how can women maybe apply, or is there a way to apply to get that ambulance show up at their front door with the disco ball?
Our glamulance.
Our glamulance.
The glamulance has become very popular. There's a story about the glamulance, which I guess I'll tell you.
We've got all the time in the world.
One of our makeover subjects in Providence, Rhode Island, actually came over. She was like, "It's a glamulance." And I was like, "Yeah." And so it became the glamulance, which is so gorgeous. So we get ideas from everywhere. Unfortunately, we're done shooting for this season. Hopefully VH1 will have us back for a second season, and you'll be able to submit to VH1.com, or people are already writing to me on my website. So I'm trying to, basically, if you go to LaverneCox.com, I'm giving a bunch of tips. We can maybe do some interactive stuff where we talk about your body type and dressing for that. We can do some interactive stuff.
So LaverneCox.com.
Yes.
I'm going to put that in the chat room
We're
right
just
now.
plugging away.
Oh, wow. Laverne, your site looks great. Let me share that with the viewers.
I'm sorry, what was that?
He said
Your
the site
site.
looks great.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing.
They elongate the legs. They make me feel sexy and
Absolutely.
and gorgeous. So.
I like them too.
Thank you.
I mean, I wear them too.
Are you wearing some now?
Not right now. Unfortunately, no.
If he was, I'd show you.
Gorgeous.
Another question, Laverne, is sorry, I'm blanking out for a second. Where are your two co-stars right now?
My co-stars are probably sleeping.
Sleeping. What time?
Like any other sensible person.
Exactly. Oh, I love being up this early. I'm gonna crash into it. It's like so much adrenaline. I think they're sleeping now. My co-stars, as Rick just said, Nina Poon and Jamie Clayton. Nina's our wardrobe expert on the show, and Jamie Clayton's our makeup girl. And they're stunning, and they're smart, and they just know this stuff.
How did you three find each other?
We have been friends for
Oh, that's
years.
so fun.
Friends for years.
I
Actually,
would love to have a TV show with my two best friends. Are you kidding me?
well, we're not best friends, but we're
Yeah.
really close friends. We've known each other for years, and they're really good at what they do. And we have so much fun shooting the show, and they're so hilarious. And have you seen the first episode yet? No.
I've seen clips. I haven't seen the episode in full.
They are hilarious.
Hilarious. You guys are a
Amazing.
fantastic trio.
Thank
I'll
you.
go ahead and say it. You
Thank
need that on screen.
Charlie's
chemistry.
Angels 2010.
Yeah, that's a great concept for the photo with the hair
Yes,
dryer
I
and
love
the
it.
and this
Thank you.
Your own weapons of
Charlie's
choice.
Angels.
Yes.
Um,
Absolutely.
So, Laverne, you are an actress.
Yes.
Yes. And I know I talked about, or I mentioned it in the chat room, that you also appeared on the P. Diddy Celebrity Assistant reality show. And what other projects do you have
In the works. Yeah.
Gosh, I mentioned my production company, Complete World Domination. We've done a bunch of music videos. We're working on this really great project I can't talk about now. So I'm producing, and it was really important for me as a transgender woman of color to start producing, because there's not a lot of roles for my type. At least not yet. It's going to change. And so we're working on that. I just shot a film a year ago called Uncle Stephanie that is being shot to film festivals right now. It's an experimental.
Directed by another great friend of mine, Sean Patrick McCarthy.
You know Sean?
Of course.
I didn't know Sean. I didn't know you knew Sean.
You haven't looked at my Facebook page.
OMG. Sean and I have been friends for years. And how did I not know this? Rick and I have been friends for years.
No.
Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. We'll talk.
Offline.
Any more questions?
Tom Vizlaki wants to know, Laverne, would you be able to do a guy makeover?
Well, not this season. We're not doing guy makeovers this season. And I have to be completely honest. I know nothing about men's clothes. I know I like men in
I'm
good
the
shoes.
same way. I know nothing about.
I like a man in good shoes and and nice tailoring, but I don't really know anything about men's clothes. This show is really about women, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Unless you want to look like a girl, then we can
No, you don't.
then we can hook you up. We got you if that's the case.
So I also brought up earlier with Kaylee, because I remember when about 15 years ago, and I'm apologizing to RuPaul in advance. And I don't even, to be honest, I'm not even sure if RuPaul identifies as a man or a woman, but McCall's, the dressmakers used his body after he had his ribs removed as the pattern for
RuPaul had his ribs removed? I didn't know that.
Well, that's what I heard.
Oh, that's a good dish.
Yeah. And for people, so, to elaborate to the audience, men who want that slimmer waist, if they're either dressing in drag or as part of transgender surgery, that's one way to do that, is to remove the two lower ribs. So apparently he had that done, and Paul's used his new body as
the fit.
their form, their pattern, and biological women were furious with this, with the expectation that even real women's bodies weren't good enough. So they had to go with him. But
Interesting.
But the concept for Transform Me is different, because I think it's different. I mean, what is your experience after the first season with how women react to?
I'm not. So you're suggesting there is some sort of outrage or something?
Well, there was 15 years ago. I'm hoping times have changed. I guess.
This is so different. I can't really speak for how RuPaul identifies. People generally drag. It's distinguished from being transsexual. Drag queens generally, by definition, identify as men and then dress as in drag for performance reasons and live their lives as men. I live my life as a woman. I identify as a woman. So that's, by definition, that's the difference. In terms of, people have all sorts of body modifications, and I think that's okay. In terms of how women responded to us, initially there might have been some, but then we just got to know each other and hang out as girls, and it was cool.
And that's it.
And it was all good. And I'm not a dictator. I'm not someone who says you need to be a size 0, because I'm not a size 0. I'm a size 10, 12. I'm a size 10, 12. And I'm not a person who says you need to be this size or look this way. I'm about what's going on, and let's love what's there, because that's what I've had to do for myself. I mean, as a black woman and as a transgender woman, there's so many standards that I don't fit of beauty. And if I could just, and for years, I have to say, I had moments where I was just like, I don't look like this, and I don't sound like this, and I need to look more like this. And it drove me crazy. And I said, but wait, what's going on? And what's going on is not so bad. And I had to accept myself for me. Yes, there have been changes, and we make changes. We gain weight, we lose weight, we have surgery. You know, our bodies are constantly changing, but ultimately it's about loving what you got.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming by this morning. We really appreciate it.
Sure.
This was a lot of fun.
Gorgeous.
We just can I'm just gonna
Yeah,
ask some
Rick's
more
got
questions.
more questions.
Bring it on.
All right.
Bring it on.
Do you sing? There's a viewer who wants to know if you sing, and
Do you?
I wouldn't ask you to perform without.
I'm so
backup
not
right
singing.
now, but-
I'm not. I sing a little bit. I have a dance background. I'm an actress and I have a dance
Triple
background.
threat.
And I sing a little bit, but I'm not a great singer. I love karaoke,
Who
but I'm not a
doesn't?
great singer. I am not going to sing now, but I do sing a little bit. Yeah.
And another personal question, which you do not have to answer.
I love the preface to
Do you
this
have
disclaimer.
any tattoos?
Do I have any tattoos? No, I don't have any tattoos. I'm not a tattoo girl. It's not my thing. If you love tattoos, it's great. I don't have any. And I don't generally like the way they look on black skin either. They're kind of a greenish. And that's cool, but it's not for me.
Not for you.
Well, apparently, Michelle McGee, who does have several tattoos, is very popular on CBSNews.com website
Gorgeous.
right now. But I'm not sure if that's related to asking the question to you. But well, Laverne, thanks again for joining us.
No, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll
Really
repeat
appreciate
that Transform Me is on VH1, 10:30 p.m. on Monday nights.
That's correct.
And if you miss it on the air, there are clips online.
Your clips online at transform.vh1.com.
I posted
Perfect.
that earlier. So thanks so much.
Yeah,
Laverne,
thank
for,
you.
for getting up early because I know that
We are early.
You work late and
I'm always working.
so we really do appreciate it. And Kaylee, thanks for trekking up from Washington on a busy weekend.
Thanks for having me.
to,
Glad to be here.